All right, we're gonna go ahead and get these apples all ready. And if you've never used a apple core peeler slicer, you're missing out. These things are so slick. It peels it, it cores it, and it slices it. Just as slick as that. Just peel off the top little piece there. It's got a little bit of peel on it yet. Peel off the bottom, get rid of all the peel. You got it nice and sliced. Then to do the pie, we just take and slice it down through like this. Try to get them down in a little bit smaller pieces. And it took the core right out of it. And this is how quickly we can make an apple pie. I've never done one this way as far as at a campsite. So we're just going to put this all in here, and got a makeshift bowl here because we didn't have a bowl. So that's the apple core peeler slicer part. Then you just pull this back and the core comes right off and you're all set for the next one. All right, so we got our apples all ready. I dumped some pre-mixed stuff on here: sugar, cinnamon, fresh ground nutmeg. Fresh ground nutmeg, I might emphasize that. We're gonna give this a little mixing. Try to get them coated up a little bit. And you might look at that and say, geez, Uncle Rick, is that gonna fit in that pie pan? Well, obviously, you've never seen one of Grandma Yoder's Pike Peak apple pies. Try to get them broke up as good as you can a little bit. Let that sugar get all around them. And then we're going to put all this into there. And yes, I said all of it. Now this is where we're going to get our hands a little bit into it. Oh, look at that. Pine needles in your apple pie, anybody? All right. I'm going to put this crust on here, but before I do that, I got to put a little bit of milk or something around the crust to get her to seal together. So when you come back, we're going to have this crust on top of that. These apples are going to cook down a little bit, and that crust is going to form Pike's Peak, as I knew it when I was a kid. So we'll be back at you in a little bit. Well, we had to melt a little bit of butter because we don't have milk. Normally I brush the top with milk. So we just melted a little bit of butter. I'm going to brush it all over the top of this thing, and as you can see, I got quite the peak going on there. My mom used to always call these pies Pike's Peak. And I'm telling you what, it makes for a good apple pie. I've never done one in the way that I'm about to show you as far as over a campfire. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how the smoke flavor does and just how it works in general. I'll show you the Coleman's oven here pretty soon. Right now I just want to get this brushed good because I got to get my Turabino sugar, if that's how you say it, to stick. So we're going to brush this on here, or sprinkle this on here a little bit. All right, we're going to go with that, and probably take and flatten this out a little bit and put a little bit of this in here just for the heck of it. Who knows? So as soon as the oven's ready, we'll come back to it. Alrighty, we got this pie ready to go in the oven. This is a Coleman oven I got from my sister. I'm kind of excited to try it. We're gonna open her up, and we're gonna see if we can't get this baby to fit in there. A little hot. Okay, we're gonna let that go for about 40 minutes, about 400 and 425 degrees, and we'll see what Pike's Pete's gonna look like. We'll be back at you. All right, well, we got the pie in the oven, cooking about 425, holding good temperature. Nice coals, looks great. The suspense is starting to kill us. The time, just waiting is really rough, so we're making do by eating a little bit of my cheese dip with ghost peppers in it. So we'll be back at you. Well, we managed to regulate the temperature, and if you just look at that pie, oh my, look at that golden crispiness. I'm thinking we're gonna have some kind of good. Let's let it cool and we'll serve it up. Alrighty, well, the pie cooled a little bit. It's time to see what kind of goodness we got here. Cook this in a Coleman oven over the fire at 425 degrees for about 45 minutes. It sure looks like it's some kind of good. Oh, we got to get this last little bit here. You can't leave anything behind. Let's just see if Uncle Rick did any good or not. Now, folks, that apple pie is some kind of good. When you go camping, cook one over a fire, you're going to be all right. Uncle Rick here. Have a good weekend.